No. It's impossible. Shock Victor faints when he learns Sienna's true identity. The moment starts quietly. It is the kind of quiet that happens in Genoa City right before everything falls apart. Victor Newman is in his office at Newman Enterprises. The sun is setting late in the afternoon. It is shining through the big windows that go from the floor to the ceiling. This makes shadows across the room that Victor Newman has been in charge of for a very long time. He is holding a brown folder. This is the kind of folder that usually does not bother Victor Newman. It probably has things like business deals, checks on people, and ways to get what he wants in it. Victor Newman is looking at the folder. The folder is from Newman Enterprises. This thing feels really heavy to him, like the papers inside weighing him down. Michael Baldwin is standing a few feet away. He looks uneasy. He usually seems confident when it comes to legal stuff, but now he looks more like he is scared. Nikki is sitting on the sofa watching Victor closely. She can tell something is off even before anyone says anything. The Michael Baldwin thing is not. Like him, and Nikki is watching Victor carefully. The Victor situation is making her sense that something is changing in the air. Then there is Sienna. She is quiet and composed, standing near the door. It looks like she does not quite belong in this world of power and history. Her face does not give away what she is thinking. Her eyes show a little bit of fear that she cannot hide completely. Victor clears his throat. Laughs a little. He says that this is ridiculous, that someone has made a mistake. Victor has said these words times before. Before he said these words about the people. This time he says these words about the circumstances. Sienna is still standing near the door, looking like she does not belong. Michael finally talks. His voice is really quiet and careful. He says that they started looking into things a long time ago. At first it was a normal thing to do what Victor asked for. Then Sienna showed up in Genoa City and some things did not seem right. She was too perfect, too careful. She always seemed to be in the right place at the right time, asking the right questions. Victor wanted to know who Sienna was really working for. What Michael found out was a lot more than just people trying to get ahead in business or control what people think. The papers that Victor has are not just rumors, they are real. Michael found out some things about Sienna that were very important, and the documents in Victor's hands are proof of what Michael discovered about Sienna. These are records, birth certificates and hospital logs from a private clinic outside Chicago. The dates on these records match up well to be just a coincidence. Victor laughs, a loud laugh, and says this is ridiculous. He says he would know if something like this were true. Nikki gets up, walks closer to Victor. She has a feeling that something is not right. She tells Victor to sit down. Victor does not listen to her. Nikki is looking at the adoption files and the hospital logs from the clinic outside Chicago, and she thinks that Victor is not telling her the truth. She asks Victor to sit down, but Victor ignores her and the certified records, including the birth certificates and the sealed adoption files. Victor flips the page, then he flips another one. His brow gets all scrunched up as he reads each line. Victor's lips open a little like he wants to say something. He does not make a sound. The name on the paper really gets to him. It is like someone punched him. Victor's grip on the paper gets tighter, his knuckles turn white. After a while Victor says no. You can barely hear him. Victor says no, it is impossible, and he sounds really upset. The room feels like it is spinning around. The walls are getting closer. Memories that Victor thought he had forgotten are coming back. He remembers a woman from a time ago. They had a meeting one night. It was a night that was not supposed to be important. Now Victor is really angry. He looks at Michael with anger in his eyes. Asks who made up this story. Michael is nervous. He says that nobody made it up. The test results came in that morning. They were checked 3 times to make sure they were correct. The DNA test says it is true. Victor does not want to believe it. The test results say that the memories of the woman and the night are real. Victor is furious. He wants to know what is going on. Michael says that the DNA confirmation is real and that nobody fabricated the story. Unassailable. Nikki looks at Victor. Then at Sienna. It takes her a while to figure out what is going on. It is very upsetting. Her heart starts beating fast as she looks at Sienna's face. She sees the way Sienna's jaw is set and the intensity in her eyes. Nikki knows that look. She has seen it times before. She has lived with that look for a long time. Nikki says Victor in a quiet voice. She is shaking. Who is Sienna? She asks. Sienna finally moves forward. For a moment she does not seem calm as she was before. You can see that she is very upset inside. She says that she never wanted things to happen like this. She says she did not come to Genoa City to hurt anyone. At the same time she says she has the right to know the truth. Victor looks at her now, really takes a look at her. In that moment something inside of Victor breaks. The way she looks is just like someone he knows. The papers prove what he has been thinking. Sienna is not someone from outside who is causing trouble. She is family. She is his daughter. Victor Newman feels like he has been punched in the gut. This is worse than losing a business deal or being stabbed in the back by someone he trusts. He can barely. Everything around him is getting fuzzy. He has always been in control. Now it is all slipping away. No, he. Then he says it again, louder this time. He shakes his head like he can make this not be true by doing that. I would have known, he. Then he says it again, I would have known. Sienna tries to explain to Victor Newman that he could not have known because this was a secret that was kept from both of them. She tells him that she was adopted and that she grew up with a name. Her mother, who used to be with Victor, passed away a time ago. She never told her daughter who her real father was. It was not until something serious happened with her health that the truth came out. They did a DNA test to help her get better. It ended up changing everything. She did not show up at Victor's place because she wanted money. She did not show up because she wanted to be in charge. She showed up because she really needed to know some things. The thing is, Victor is her father whether he likes it or not. He is her father. That is why she came to see him. The word echoes in the room like a noise. Father. Victor's face turns white. Nikki grabs for him just as his legs give out. This is the time Victor Newman has fallen down. He really loses his balance and falls. He collapses on the floor, the papers slipping from his hand as he falls down. Nikki screams out Victor's name. Kneeling down beside him, she is really scared. Her voice is shaking as she holds his head. Michael is in a hurry to get help. He is telling people what to do on the phone while Sienna just stands there. She looks really scared. This is not what Sienna thought would happen. This is not what Sienna wanted to happen. The big important person of Genoa City is lying on the ground not awake, and it is not because of a person or because they are sick. It is because of the truth about who this person really is, the truth about the person from Genoa City. Paramedics get to the office fast. The office is now a place, but everyone is trying to stay in control. Victor is put on a stretcher. Nikki does not want to let go of his hand. She is begging him to wake up. Sienna is standing in the doorway watching everything. She feels bad about what happened. She feels like nobody can see her. She is not sure if she just hurt a family or helped them find each other. When Victor is taken out, his eyes open for a bit. He looks around. He is not really seeing anything. For a second his eyes land on Sienna. Then they close again. That is enough. That fleeting connection really changes everything. It is a moment that can make a difference in the life of a person. The fleeting connection is what makes life interesting because it can lead to friendships or relationships. The fleeting connection is something that people remember for a time. News is traveling fast through Genoa City. The fact that Victor Newman collapsed is news. What really gets people talking is the reason why Victor Newman collapsed. This is what really surprises everyone. People start talking, maybe Victor Newman has another secret child, maybe there is another big scandal that nobody knew about, maybe this is just another part of the long story of the Newman family. Victoria Newman is the first to hear about Victor Newman. She is worried and suspicious at the time. Nick Newman is very angry. He wants to know what happened to Victor Newman. He is already getting ready to fight against the person he thinks is responsible for this. Adam knows something is up before anyone tells him. He can tell because this has happened to Victor before. Victor's past is always causing trouble. When Nikki gets everyone together at the ranch, says that Victor has another daughter, the room gets really crazy. Adam is not surprised that Victor's past is causing problems again. Victor's life is always complicated. Now Adam knows that Victor has another daughter. Victoria does not want to believe it all. Nick is walking back and forth. You can tell he is really angry. He wants to see proof. Adam is sitting there looking at Nikki's face. He knows that secrets about the Newmans always come out no matter how much people try to hide them. Then Sienna comes into the room. Everything feels different away. She says hello. She is being honest with them. She knows this is all really weird. She is not sure if she belongs here or not. The similarity to Victor is really hard to miss, especially since we know who she is. It gets very quiet, the kind of quiet that feels thick and heavy. Back at the hospital, Victor wakes up hours later. His first word is Nikki's name. Nikki feels really happy that he is okay. She tells him that he is safe now. The way he looks at her makes her think that he remembers what happened. There is no way to forget it. There is no way to change what happened. When Victor asks Nikki if it is true, she tells him the truth. She says yes, it is true. Victor has a daughter that he did not know about. Victor looks out the window. You can see that he is very upset. His face is all tense. This is something that not many people have seen before. Victor is clearly very emotional about having a daughter he never knew about. This man has been in charge of empires, and he has decided what happens to people. There is one thing that he did not see coming. He lost a child. That changed everything. The things he wanted to happen will not happen now because a child is gone. The man's legacy is different now. It will stay that way forever. A child lost to time is something the man never thought would happen to him. In the days that come after, Victor has a time. Not because he is weak, but because he has to face the truth. He wants to see all the papers, all the test results, everything about Sienna's life. He asks Michael, doctors, and investigators a lot of questions, trying to find out if someone is tricking him. He does not find anything like that. It takes him a time and it hurts, but he starts to accept what is real. It scares him even more than when he did not want to believe it. Sienna is not someone he can fight against. Sienna is his daughter. He has to either accept her or turn his back on her. The people of Genoa City will feel the effects of both choices. These effects will be big. They will touch every part of Genoa City. The choices that are made will have an impact on Genoa City. This means that every single person in Genoa City will be affected by the consequences of these choices. When Victor finally agrees to meet Sienna, things get really tough. The conversation between Victor and Sienna is very emotional and painful. Victor tells Sienna that he does not know how to be a father to her. He says he messed up even before he knew Sienna existed. Sienna does not want Victor to say he loves her or that she is great. She just wants Victor to be honest with her. At this moment, Victor Newman, a man who's famous and powerful, says something that he usually does not say. Victor Newman admits that he is scared. Victor Newman is scared of how things will change. Victor Newman is scared of what he has lost because of his mistakes with Sienna. The man is afraid of what will happen if he makes a mistake. He is worried that he might lose something. The thing that scares him is what he might still lose if he gets it wrong. The bombshell doesn't just rewrite Victor's past. It detonates the future. Alliances will shift. Loyalties will fracture. The Newman legacy, once so carefully controlled, now has a new variable no one can predict. And at the center of it all stands Sienna, no longer a mystery, no longer a question, but a truth powerful enough to bring Victor Newman to his knees. Victor Newman has been through a lot, like heart attacks, being betrayed by people he trusts. He has even been to prison, had to deal with his own family members trying to hurt him. This time something is really bothering him. After he collapsed, Victor Newman lies in his hospital bed awake for a long time after Nikki falls asleep in the chair next to him. He stares out the window at the city, which is quiet because of the late hour. Every little noise seems loud to Victor Newman. Every memory he has seems clear and strong. His mind keeps going to moments that he thought did not matter. He remembers faces from a time ago and conversations that he did not think were important. There were also women whose lives crossed paths with his for a time before he moved on to something else. He was very focused on becoming successful and powerful. One face is stuck in his head. It is clearer to him now than it ever was before. It is Sienna's mother. She is a woman that he did not think much of at the time. He made a mistake with her. It had consequences that he did not know about. Doctors say to Victor that he fainted because he was stressed out. Nikki does not believe that. She knows that stress is not the reason. The truth is what really caused it. The truth about what happened is what made Victor faint. When Victor comes back to the Newman ranch, the house does not feel like home. The walls are still the same. The portraits are still hanging there, but something about the place feels different. Secrets have a way of staying in a place. This one is everywhere. Nikki tries to make things feel normal like they used to be, so she has family dinners and they talk about things, but the Newman ranch is not the same. Victor being back makes everything feel strange, and nothing about this situation is normal. The energy of the Newman ranch has. It is all because of the secrets that are now out. Victor sits by himself in his study for a time. This is the room where he decided what would happen to many of his enemies. Now he is a man who is trying to figure out how his own past surprised him. Victor is trying to understand how his own history caught him off guard. He is in his study, the place where Victor made big decisions about his enemies, and now Victor is trying to make sense of his own life. Sienna is still in Genoa City. Things are really unclear for her. She is staying at the Grand Phoenix. Sienna says she does not want to be a bother. The truth is she is not sure if people want her around. Phyllis Summers sees what is going on away. Sienna is a daughter of the Newman family, and the family leader is having some problems. Phyllis Summers thinks this is a mess and she might be able to get something out of it. She is keeping an eye on Sienna. Phyllis Summers has a feeling about people, and she thinks Sienna is not stupid, but Sienna is also not doing things the way people usually do in Genoa City. Sienna is different. Phyllis Summers is watching her closely to see what she will do. This one thing about her makes her a big threat. She is dangerous because of this. Nick goes up to Victor, confronts him first. It is late at night. Voices are being raised in the study. The door is closed. It is not closed enough to keep the tension from spilling out into the hallway. Nick is demanding answers from Victor. He wants answers, not the kind of answers that Victor usually gives, which are not really true. Nick wants to know what happened. He wants to know how Victor could have a daughter that nobody knew about. He also wants to know why their family has to deal with another problem because of something Victor did in the past. Victor is not yelling back at Nick. This is what is really bothering Nick. The fact that Victor is not snapping back is what is unnerving him. Nick is used to Victor fighting, but this time he is not. Victor tells him the truth as he knows it without making any excuses. The truth does not make things easier for him to hear. Actually, the truth makes things worse for him. Victor is being honest with him about the truth. Nick says Victor changes the rules to suit himself. He wants to know where Sienna stands with Victor. Is she more important than them? Is she just like them, or is she just someone Victor uses to get what he wants? Victor does not like what Nick is saying. He cannot say Nick is wrong. Victor does not have an answer to Nick's question. Not at this time. Victoria is really cold and sharp when she talks to Sienna. She wants to meet with Sienna in private and be nice to her. It feels like they are making a business deal. Victoria wants to see if Sienna is a threat to her. She looks at how Sienna sits, what she says, and how she controls herself. Victoria asks Sienna a lot of questions about her past, where she went to school and what she does for work. Sienna answers these questions in a way and does not get upset. She makes it clear that she did not come to Genoa City to try to get power or money from her family. Victoria is not completely sure she believes Sienna. Victoria thinks that Sienna might be hiding something. Victoria wants to know more about Sienna. What she really wants. She is Victor's daughter. That is a big problem. The fact that she is Victor's daughter makes her someone who could cause a lot of trouble for Victoria. Victoria has worked hard to keep everything safe, and Victor's daughter could be the one thing that ruins all of that for Victoria. Being Victor's daughter is what makes her so dangerous to everything Victoria has tried to protect. Adam sees things in a way. He looks at something. It is not what other people see. Adam has his view of the world and it is unique to him. Adam thinks that what he sees is real even if it is not what everyone else sees. When Adam meets Sienna, it is an accident. So it appears to be. They run into each other at Crimson Lights by chance. Adam and Sienna are both outside of the Newman family. They are looking at it from different sides. Adam knows the look that Sienna has in her eyes away. It is a mix of being curious and cautious and also being really angry because she did not get the answers she needed when she was growing up. Adam does not ask her a lot of questions. He just listens to Sienna. This makes her feel more comfortable than if he was suspicious of her. For the time since Sienna found out the truth, she feels like people see her as a person, not just someone who is causing trouble. Adam and Sienna are really. Adam is listening to what Sienna has to say.